the studios of Turnstile Records, join us for another exciting installment of The Escape Pod. In an infinite universe of mindless podcasting, only one will reign supreme. And then there's this one.
The Escape Pod.
Yeah, I know. All at the same
You're
time.
too nervous.
Escape Turnstile
Pod.
Records presents The Escape Pods.
Yes.
Escape Pods.
It's good to be back. I don't like missing out on podcast week. We missed out last week for.
We're doing
So you guys couldn't.
couldn't do
we've
shit.
been doing the buy mon sci-fi con weekly.
Fortnightly.
Yeah.
Fortnightly
We've got a couple of
podcast.
shows on the go now. So we're doing Escape Pods on this week and then the Stees on the next week. So if you haven't heard of the Stees, check out our other shows. We've got another show, the Stees.
It's called the
And
Stees.
now I guess we've got another
Why the
show.
Stees? Sorry to be.
Why the Stees is style with ease.
But it's also like, what's that Steez all about? What's his Steez?
What's I mean,
I don't know. It's just what
Who
we came
knows?
up with.
Who knows?
It's a name that
gotta-
hasn't been used.
Yeah, that's right. So we're back in
We are
the
back.
studio, Turnstile Records. It's called the Escape Pods. My name is Jezbot,
my name is Timmy Taco,
And my name is Roonie.
and that's where we're
the
in.
dream team.
We're off.
And we're in.
Okay.
Now, since we last saw each other,
Mm.
I've done a little bit of artwork
This is good.
for
Visual art or
for this podcast. I've tried to send it to you a couple of times before I realised that he doesn't get pictures on his
shit phone.
Nokia. On his
I've lost my phone, folks, and I'm using a burner. As everyone
It's a
calls
burner.
Everyone calls it a burner, and I'm
Yo,
like, "What
yo,
are
you
you
gotta
from?"
sort this out.
And sorry, this is going to cost Jezbot another 6
he's
months.
going to say
What
it.
are you? Are you from the Wire?
The Wire. Oh, you got to see that, man. You
That's
really should see
6
the Wire.
months. That's 6
Yeah,
months.
I'm out of here.
Hey, can I ask? Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Look, no.
So
this
Breaking
guy.
Bad was the
First
Wire.
season.
Was the Wire for me? Everybody told me to watch it. I didn't believe it could be that good. Saw a bit on TV and went, "This is unbelievably unreal. I want to watch this in order." Do you think I can get the first season anywhere? Like,
Really?
I
Got to
actually
be able to
have.
stream that, man.
Yeah. No, look, I don't stream a lot of stuff.
The
You
thing,
stream cartoons, though.
Yeah, I guess.
They're just as available. You'd be surprised how available streaming is.
I just find the
You're allowed to
it's
stream,
it's too, I don't know what
Yeah, streaming's fine. It's torrenting.
It's keeping it and
yeah.
distributing it.
The thing about the Wires and the Orange is the New Blackies and the all this stuff, it's too hardcore for me. At the end of the night, I don't want to watch prison stuff. I don't want to watch people getting shot in the face.
I will say.
I don't want drug addicts. I just can't.
I'd watch maybe an episode or two with Vanessa, and then after that, we'd have to watch a comedy
Yeah.
or something to,
a bit of
to,
Seinfeld.
to change the old.
It's
to change
tasting
the
your
old
throat.
palate.
You ever watched the Oz?
Like
Oh
that-
yeah,
yeah,
now
yeah, just
that was hard to watch.
I needed
Ooh.
a reset for that.
Reset.
And like, so the first 2 seasons of watching Walking Dead, I would
Yes.
have a lot of zombie
Dreams.
dreams,
Yeah.
right? Where I was running. Now, I don't know. I've become accustomed to it because I saw a documentary last night on video games.
Yep.
And are they
Ooh.
actually affecting us?
Ooh,
And-
what was it? What was
well,
the doco
the
called?
outcome is like yes.
No.
Well, they are, but there was a lot of bullshit surrounding it, and then in the end result, they were testing over 80-year-olds in homes and stuff, and then they were testing them after they'd played these games, and they'd improved.
Okay.
Yeah, like the Wii
it's
Fit and
obviously,
all
so
that
even
kind of
with that raw information there, it is affecting the brain. So if you're absorbed in something, like we've all been there. If you've played Mario Kart or any of those games,
Tetris.
and then you go to bed,
You've
and,
seen
and then
those,
you're
yeah.
fucking in the game,
Yeah.
and you wake up and you're like it used to, for me, it used to be Street Fighter and
you close
Donkey
your
Kong
eyes,
Country.
and you close your eyes, you can actually see like it's burnt on
Did
an
you play many
LCD
games
screen.
when you were?
Yeah,
you
I
have a
was.
system?
Well, yeah. Look, I'd always get everyone's older system. So when anybody updated, I got about 3 of the original NESs when the Super NES came out.
And then
When
yeah.
the 64 came out, I got a swag of
They're worth
Super
money
NES.
now, man.
Yeah, so I always kept the old stuff, but I guess nothing beyond the PlayStation did I ever.
Well,
disc. That's
my,
why, because
my-
it's
my
CDs,
point
man.
Was, My
Yeah.
point was is that back to the television thing, same as the video game. So it does affect your brain because you go.
Oh,
to bed and you
watching
think
the
about it.
the hardcore
So
shit.
so
yeah.
watching the hardcore
Yeah,
zombie stuff.
Okay. So,
So
what
then
about
I'd go to bed, I'd go to sleep, and then it would be all about like running and fear of the living dead.
But that's
right?
good.
It was kind of scary to start off with.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had the extended play? Maybe drugs are involved, maybe they're not. But I've heard people going, yeah, you're playing too many video games when you're in real life and you start looking for icons above people's heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
call
play.
I'm going to call that drugs.
Well,
like that.
what's that? What's the very violent one? The Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, people play that hours and hours.
Yeah, and then they just go out and start running over people and holding
yeah,
people up.
Baseball
taking
bats
cars
and taking their money.
My favourite quote about banning video games was there was a great video game about graffiti. Graffiti simulator banned in Australia,
Yeah.
but Grand Theft Auto wasn't banned, so you could beat a cop to death in the head with a dildo, but you couldn't simulate graffiti because that would be bad.
That would be bad. That would be
them's the days.
real bad.
But
yeah.
now they've got
um,
ratings, so it's a bit more.
That's
sensible.
right. But I think with Vanessa, my lovely
Your
wife,
better half.
she needed a palate cleanser after watching all these shows.
Right, we're back to-
because
yeah, that's-
I could live with the dreams, right?
You could live
Because now-
with
well-
zombie.
Yeah, well, it's just another episode.
Well, it is another episode, but now, which is weird. Now, when I have Walking Dead dreams, I dream of like it's 3 or 4 years in. I'm completely used to it, so
yes.
I've been conditioned from watching it. So I've gone from. I know I've talked about this in podcasts before with the thriller. Zombie
posters,
poster up on the wall. It used to
Zombies
freak me
used
out
to
as a
scare
child.
you.
It used to scare me, man. Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead.
Oh no, they used to scare the
That was
shit
fucking
out
scary,
of me.
man. They were the scary ones. The demons were like, okay, it's fake, but like zombies were like,
No, zombies
yeah,
you
that's
couldn't kill. That's what
creepy.
really scared
And
me.
already you can't kill what's already dead.
Whereas The Walking Dead, they're not that scary. You can,
Nah.
you can.
No, and I think after watching it for a while, like my subconscious has gone. There is actually there's not much threat there if you're smart enough. You like unless you get
Mob.
hunkered down.
Yeah,
by hundreds of them.
avoid the mobs.
That's
And
it.
then,
The herds.
the herds, and your biggest worry is humans.
Yeah,
human
other
factor.
survivors, which I thought wasn't a bad twist as the series went on. That your biggest challenge is people competing with you for limited resources. 'cause
That's right. That's right.
But that's
And,
not the stuff I'm talking about, really. Like, zombie violence is fantasy violence, but then dudes getting raped with spoons in a prison on Oz.
It's real.
It's real, and that's what you don't want to be reliving during the night. I want to be chased by zombies in my dreams.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have-
You
I
don't
have
want to
had-
be
I
in
have
maximum
had-
security.
I don't want to. No,
I've had
I
many
don't want to be
prison dreams
in the
but, like,
hole.
The moments leading up to I'm going to jail and this is it. You know,
So-
I'm going to jail in my dreams. This is, and they have been scarier
Yeah,
than
that's right.
zombie dreams.
Yeah.
I've had dreams where I've been arrested and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to jail for this, and yeah, thinking this is not a dream. This is not a fucking dream. Fuckity, fuck.
This could happen.
Wow.
And then I wake up and I'm so happy. But
Yeah.
do you guys get that where you think this isn't a dream?
I did
Why,
have
that's a
I
perfect
had a dream the
segue.
other-
That's a perfect segue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I had a nap on the couch the other day.
What, every day?
The other day.
Right.
And I had one of those waking dreams where
Lucid.
I knew I was
In the dream?
asleep, and in the dream I woke up on the couch, and I knew no one was home, and I could hear my son in the other room playing and laughing, and then I went to call out his name, but then the only point in which I realized I was dreaming is because I couldn't talk. And I went, and I must have been talking in my sleep, because you know when you do that and then you wake up and you go, I'm pretty sure I just heard something. I'm pretty sure I just said something.
I wake up
can
myself
still hear it.
snoring. I've been told I took up a storm. in my
Really?
sleep. Yeah, I went skiing with my dad, and he said, "You don't shut the fuck up at
Oh,
night."
that's irritating.
Yeah.
That's irritating. How's your girlfriend? Don't have one? That's a surprise. Amazing. What's your?
Well, the
what's your
segue was
dream?
the dream in your dream. Have you ever had a dream? you were asking, have you ever felt like you're in the dream or the waking dream or whatever? Is that what you're basically saying?
Well,
Just
no,
2 seconds. Was
this
that the
one
segue? That was the
this
segue.
one
Dreaming?
was. This isn't a dream.
Right.
Fuck, I can't. I was sort of hoping.
I
would
had
wake up.
that experience, but opposites. Yes, on Saturday, I got up to go to work, got in the car, drove to the end of the driveway. When I don't have a coffee, I better go get my coffee because I've left it on the bench. I went in, I've opened the front door with my keys. I've gone to the kettle, realised there wasn't enough water in the kettle, went to the sink, filled up the kettle, went back, put it on. And about, I don't know, a minute later, because we've got a sick kettle, it was boiled. I put the water in the cup. I walked out. There were no keys. Keys were gone. The keys were gone.
What? Not in the car where you'd left.
Not in the car. Not in the
So
front
minute-
door.
In the minute from
It was a minute,
coming in
right?
to getting a coffee and going out, they were gone.
They were gone.
Yep.
And
Inexplicable. Just no
just-
reason. No
So,
options. You
find
check
them?
the car. You check the door.
I've checked everywhere. I
You
tore
found them
the
because you got
house.
here
I tore
tonight.
well, yeah, that's right. I tore the house apart. And Cass had to leave for work. Checked her bag 3 or 4 times. Like they're not in her bag, but I still checked.
So
it.
she was
Check it
there
again.
when you were
Yeah, check again before you leave. Yeah, and it was an hour and 45 minutes of searching for the keys. There was one theory floating around that I'd left the keys in the front door and a thief has come past, gone past my open car door, left my wallet and my phone, and then came up to the front door to steal the keys out of the door so that later on they could come back and steal.
That's where my brain would
Highly
go.
unlikely.
And this is where I started to... I was by myself in the kitchen, holding my head, just going, you're in a dream. That's why you can't find the keys, dude. You are in a dream right now.
And you were?
I was not. I was not in a dream.
Nightmare.
Do you want to know where and how I found the keys? I
Sorry.
I could.
This is a good thing that
Yeah.
you realise you're in a dream losing your
So I
keys.
was standing in
I
the
mean-
kitchen, pinching myself, going, "Oh Jesus, I am awake."
like
Pinch, pinch,
I
pinch.
poured the hot boiling water down my crutchety crutch.
you know,
And
you weren't doing anything majorly embarrassing in a public place, like say Ads' mate who was caught jerking off on the roof. You could yell out, "It's not a dream."
That's right. And I was like, man, I promised this woman I was going to be at her house at 8:00 or 8:30. I had to go. It was all in way in Brunswick, so it was miles away from me.
And you're very late.
It was very late, and so I called Dad, like my go-to guy. He lives around the corner. I'm like, dude, I have to borrow your car. You're gonna have to get Mum. You're gonna have to come around. And you have to borrow your car. I'm gonna have to put all my tools in the car, and then I'm gonna have to go into the city. And he's like, all right, no worries. He was there within like 5 minutes. They were both there, Mum and Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, guys. And they've gone, right, well, just before you do it, like let's retrace your steps. I said, I've retraced my steps, but
Don't be sensible with
yeah.
me, Dad.
All right. This is what happened. I went in the car, I opened the door, I went to the kettle, then I went to the sink, and then I went here, and then I was fucking keys were fucking gone, Dad. What's happening? He goes, oh yeah. Opens up the cupboard under the sink, and on the second shelf down were my keys. And I'm talking about a bunch of like heavy set.
Had you been into the?
Hear them
That'd be
chink.
You
good.
can hear them when they drop.
Yeah, you can't drop them without.
I can't
just
drop them
jingle
without-
jangle.
And you can't place them in a drawer under the sink without remembering, given that...
That's- I haven't just come and gone. I'll quickly put my keys
See,
under the
let's see
sink.
if I can do it.
No, I bet you can hear that.
No,
in the
but
pod.
what?
That's right. You can't do
Top
it.
shelf, bottom shelf.
I think it was the bottom shelf.
So it had to fall. If it was in your pocket, it had
It's
to fall.
fallen
So it
pretty-
had to
at
go
least- yeah, it's fallen.
this far, right? This is how far it is.
That's right. That's right. And
So
noisy.
absolutely inexplicable how
and the
those
door
keys
was
got
closed, man. Like, but the thing
Yeah,
is,
see,
I was
I-
there.
looking.
I'd
I-
say your dad has stolen your keys from the door, and then he's just planted them.
He's the
He's
thief.
the one.
Did he come up with a theory?
He did. No, that was actually Cass going, well, you can't leave the dog here today because, like, I don't care about any of our shit, but if they've got our keys, it means they can get our dog. I'm like, I tell you what, Cass, thanks for your input, but I've done, like, there's evidence that there was no one came to the front door because it was very wet and there was no wet footsteps.
And there was better stuff to steal.
Like my car,
Still,
money, my wallet, my phone.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna break in there, and the first thing
So
I'm gonna
that
do
was-
is I'm gonna get that beautiful little dog.
Yeah. Well, when I got burgled and I explained to the cops, oh, they didn't go upstairs. He was like, how can you be sure? There was two $50 notes on my desk, and they're still there.
right next to my grandma hooch. Oh, you're coming with me, sir. This is a dream. This is a dream.
So I want to. That's going to
No,
be.
my name is Officer Dream. Ironically,
This is a dream. So that's going to be my. What do I want to punch in the face? But I also wanted to start a new one. What do I want to hug? Because it's very, very violent and negative. Who I'm going to punch in the face all the time, or what am I going to punch in the face? And I would like to spruik. We're not sponsored by them, but this new device I have called Track R. It's a little
Track R.
Track R.
What, it's something you attach to your keys?
Keys and wallet.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's got a
Your wallet as
Bluetooth.
well. Shit, I need
It's a
that.
Bluetooth, and
it
it's
ring?
a little app here,
Does it ring?
and it's just locating my keys right now. Oh, the Bluetooth is turned off,
Ironically,
but
they're right next to you.
and then
shit, I
it
need
sends
that.
out
I need a
a
decent
little
phone.
signal.
Oh,
I did the old
And a little
lose the
Nice.
wallet routine the other night, and I won't bore you with the details, but the short story is like, I'd lost them for about, I don't know, 20 minutes before I started looking. Vanessa insisted that I cancel the cards. I'm like, no. Let's look. Looked everywhere. And then she went to bed. I went, I'm going to look for an extra little while. I looked for about 25 minutes more. No results. Went to bed. Woke up in the morning. Mason got up. My son got up out of bed. And I said to him without hesitation, you know, yesterday when you were playing with my wallet, where did you hide it, mate? And he went, oh, yeah, it's just in my room.
Oh,
And went up to a drawer,
Oh, my-
pulled a drawer out and moved some stuff and went, there you go. Thanks, mate.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, shit, fucking the system
Just
works.
so happy to get it back. But
I was glad, man. I was glad I didn't
oh,
cancel
the relief,
card.
the relief.
And as for you, Vanessa, thanks for the suggestion to ruin my life.
Yeah.
so
Cancelling all my cards.
that reminds me of a story of a friend told me in high school, and his dad painted houses when I met him, and yeah, his dad sort of seemed like he didn't look like a house painter, and got chatting to Danny one day, and Danny said, "Oh yeah, he used to be a bookie, an SP bookie, a lot of cash, a lot of money,
Yeah.
but he managed to lose it all within a couple of years. But when he was
Of course.
still in
In
the
his wallet.
game, when he was still in the game, Danny was a little boy, a bit older than Mason, and old enough to know better. Opened a drawer of his parents' bedroom and just found wads of cash. And he took one. He took a wad of cash, and these are old school paper 50s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so before the $100 note, people.
When they were plastic
And so he took a wad of old school money,
paper.
and he was a little kid. Like, I would have been spending it on video games and lollies.
You knew what money was.
Yeah, but
You
he
knew what cash looked
he got
like.
scared and stashed it, and then didn't tell his dad for 2 years, and then found the wad. And I was like, "What do you mean you found it? You lost." He's like, "I was so scared at the age I took it. I hid it, and then I found it again, and I gave it to my dad. And his dad was on a bit of a downturn. He was like, "Thanks, son," and went straight down the track.
Ah, great.
Thanks, son. I needed some more heroin.
This is the app. I've got the app working, so I've pressed the button.
I'm sure betting was his heroin.
Whoa.
That's
Ear piercing.
That's from my phone. I've pressed the button, and that's located my keys.
I want to hug them too. That is a great.
That's a hug.
device.
That's who I'm hugging.
That's who you're hugging.
That's my device who I'm hugging. And mum and dad for coming to save my ass. Again.
I'm gonna hug myself for doing such a good job.
You hug
Finding
yourself
your
all the
wallet.
time.
No, just in general.
Just in general.
Doing a
life.
good job.
Winning life.
Yep. Not needing to work as much as you dudes.
That's good.
I
He's
probably
got
should,
two kids, though.
I probably should. I probably should work more.
No,
Oh,
that's really good.
Whatever tickles your fancy.
Work
around.
grinds you down and makes you very unpleasant.
Sure
It does,
does.
doesn't
I
it?
found that's what it does to
Ooh.
me.
And tired.
I'm on
And
day.
terrible.
I'm on day 25 or something like that of working.
25.
Of working with no
Get his laugh.
holiday. It's a good place to be.
What, no day off?
No day off. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
And
ooh.
I am getting a little
No day, no day, no
ratty.
day, no day,
I'd
no
piss
day,
and
no
Little
day.
moan.
ratty.
If I have to
No doubt, no doubt,
If
no
I
doubt,
have
no
to
doubt, no
work
doubt,
out-
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
If I do a 6-day week, I'm
Oh, yeah.
fucking, you know, I hate the world.
6-day week.
Yeah, and so I'm getting a day off, but you've done several weeks. With no
Yeah,
day.
well, it's been I did have a long weekend, but I chose to work and like bust a nut.
Taking any Easter offs? Or?
Well, not really. I've got to finish the job I started at.
I got to finish the job I started.
No, I'll keep working. I think
Yeah.
I want to see how far I can push this.
You can't make more money though with what you do. You could probably claim to get more money, time and a half or whatnot.
What's this? Penalty rates?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
fuck yeah!
Okay.
Oh, that's why I work a
'Cause
12-hour
you're
shift
working
on a
for-
Sunday.
you're
Aren't they
working
taking that away?
See,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the
yeah, as
difference.
soon as
This is
they
the
do.
difference. You're working for the man. You're working for a man.
That's right.
Right. That's the difference.
So yeah,
And I am the man.
Mm.
You're
but
not
you can't.
working for
But
me.
you don't pay penalty rates. So you're not as good a man as
No, the
the one
penalty. The penalty is I don't get a gig, or I don't work, or this week I don't make money.
Yes.
But next week I might make a lot.
Mm.
Or
Um,
be chauffeuring around Dennis Rodman or
Oh yeah.
or
you
ringing me
get
up
that.
and going, oh, I've got,
and
what are
the
you doing?
gig-
What are you up to today, Tim? Oh, I've just got the alcoholics around.
Timmy's
my house.
Yeah.
Timmy's pick of the week.
Sure.
I got support for Large Professor and Lord
Ooh.
Finesse.
Nice.
Oh, when are they?
That's
Oh.
15th of April. If you want to come down to,
It won't be up by then.
I'll get back to you. I can't
Fuck.
remember where it's at. It
Lord
is.
Finesse. I wouldn't have
at-
thought he would have had the base.
It's at Brown Alley.
I would suggest not advertising this gig because this is our Easter episode, pretty much. If you haven't, because Easter's
Prior to
coming up,
Easter.
and I think episode maybe 7 or 8, or
That was an Easter episode.
that was an Easter episode.
See, but this is the thing, right? So whenever I listen to podcasts,
Mm.
I go back to the start.
Yeah.
And I have clear knowledge that I'm listening to something that's 2 or 3 years
Sure.
old.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
So for the people out there that are currently in the escape pod time warp,
Mm.
time is an abstract concept by which we only measure the distance and the
Distance.
length of our podcast and compare them to each other.
That's right.
So I would just say, like, we've been a little bit hung up on. Don't say this about that and that about this.
What, being
Time-wise, yeah.
People will go, "What the shit, man? You just like this episode's been up for 2 days and it's already fucking 2 years old."
It's been good though.
I don't think it matters because by the time people get a chance to hear us,
Well, it's really interesting. Like
this will
when
be
you
buried deep in the archives or the annals.
I just think not relevant should be in
Deep
the
in the
written
annal.
description of our podcast.
well, I don't know if
When I say not relevant, just not topical, not
No. Well, that's it. And so when you are listening to our past podcasts, and I'll just take the time out to say this as a little
sidebar.
If we are talking about old stuff, pretend like it's new. Then everything is new again. Everything old is new again.
I think it's better to listen to the old stuff and then go, because I've listened to it a few times, some of the old podcasts, and it's very interesting. We're talking about just as Force Awakens previews started and all our dreams and hopes for the movie, and now that we've all seen it, I think it's good.
We weren't
I
too
think it's good.
disappointed.
We weren't.
Well, I don't
Some
wanna
of
go
our
too-
predictions-
I don't want to go too Star Warsy, but
Oh, no, God, don't do it.
I've watched it 4 times now.
Oh yeah,
It's finished at the cinema, isn't it?
yeah. I saw it 3 times at the cinema.
I
It
missed
hasn't
it.
finished.
It's finished.
Yeah, it's finished.
What?
Finished.
Really?
Finito.
You'd think it would run for 6 months, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would have at some places.
Well, you know,
for sure.
the shock I had, I went to JB Hi-Fi.
They're on a
So
schedule.
it's out at April
I went
13th.
There
to
you go. It's a
JB
schedule thing.
Flipperty Sticks,
Yeah.
and they had a Stormtrooper cutout. You know, they used to do the cutouts.
Yep.
Couple of cutouts. They had one of those there.
So I stole it.
April 16th, it comes out
Yeah.
on DVD. And
Yeah.
I'm like, for the first time, possibly ever, I went, I'm going to buy it.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to buy that DVD. I'm not going to have anything to play it on.
None of your computers have drives anymore.
Nah.
That shit's
Oh,
me,
yeah,
but they
yeah,
don't
there
have
is that.
disc
There
drives.
is that. There is that. I can do that. But I don't want to sit in front of the computer and watch a movie. I just feel right about it.
Buy
Not
it.
right.
I need a big
Buy it,
screen.
and then
Hey, speaking of bigger screens,
download
did
it.
you throw that stuff out in your lawn?
Now, okay. So
Is
at
that
the
all
front of
your
my-
computers out there?
It's like
and
some-
broken TVs and shit.
Okay.
Somebody's dumped it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay. All right.
Do it in walking.
Okay. Let me just tell you about. No.
What
I
happened
can't.
to my
that's
lawn?
That's Kermit the Frog being strangled. Yes, officer. Somebody dumped them. Right.
We're
Asterix.
not cops here. We're not cops here.
Asterix.
Asterix.
That's the illusion I'm trying to create because I didn't want to pay to get them dumped. So what I've found in the past is whenever I've put things of seeming value out on that corner, I've potentially got thousands and thousands and thousands of people that
Views.
would drive past.
Junk
and go,
shoppers.
Look,
Bargain
I
hunters.
can get the flux capacitor out of that thing and fix my current TV.
Even if clearly the screen has been
Popped
kicked
out.
in.
No, okay. So now let's go back. So there's a nature strip on the front of my property,
Yep.
facing a main road. Put things out there, people take them. I had a party on the weekend. It was around. Vanessa said you got to get rid of that TV, which I picked up off the side of the road.
Okay. You
Exactly
turned
the
it
same
home.
scenario.
Yeah.
So I sent it home. It was out there. It would power,
Yeah.
as in the light would come on.
Hmm.
That's as far as it would go.
That's
I
why it was out
consulted another dude that repairs TVs.
on the lawn.
He gave me this elongated instructions of take the back off. Then when you go over here, you smell this thing and you look at that. You touch this over here and you blow the dust out. 9 times out of 10, when you blow the dust out of something, it's cracking. It's good. That's how I met my wife. And so I tried all that. It didn't work. So I'm like, ugh. I stored it up against the wall. Now I'm like, why am I storing this person's nature
Laptop.
junk out here? Then I accumulated other monitors in the time, and then I'm like, right, I'm getting rid of TVs. If I put a bunch of them out there, guaranteed someone's going to take them. Someone came and checked them out, realized that the Mac shell that I had out there
Was
no good, and threw the Mac shell through the television and smashed the other monitor, making a massive mess out in the nature strip,
Thank you.
and destroying them, rendering them useless. And now no one's going to take them, and I'll have to get rid of them.
It's
Have
about
you guys-
$6 up at the Waverley Transfer Centre.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's not much.
I don't know. I reckon they charge you about $56 up there. They're-
Nah, I'll do it.
But don't
dogs.
you guys? So in my area, my municipality, they have 2 free pickups a year.
You can't get the sticker.
yeah.
You can get the sticker.
No, it's like so they don't have unburnable rubbish collections anymore.
Mm.
They just have rubbish throughout the year, and anybody can book in 2 pickups a year, and
It's a glorious time.
You're allowed to pick
2
up
per year. And
Yeah.
so I did one.
They
December
still do
last
the.
year.
They still.
Squeezed it in.
I scored some wicked shit last season.
You
I got
did?
yeah, oh man, like some really good. I got some Slades, you know the old Slades crates, the orange crates. I got like half a dozen of them.
Can I take one off? Your
Sure,
hands?
man, you
Oh,
go
yeah.
nuts. I got
Yes,
new
that-
gum boots. It's a
New-
bit
new
weird. I haven't
gummies.
put them
I
on.
got
though.
I
They're
got.
technically not new. They're used.
I have
They were
mentioned
fresh.
this before, but I got a crate full of records one year.
Nice. I did find I kicked some dirt and went, that's Lego, isn't it?
Oh, you
Yeah,
told us
that's
the Lego
right,
story.
yeah.
I think we
I found a lot.
they might have been
but
embedded.
It was dirty, and I was using a plastic bag to chuck it all in. I was like, I can't be carrying all this home because there was so much of it. And I took it back to my mate's house and said, I need to put this in your garage for till I come next.
6 to
And when I
8
took
months.
it next, I took it and put it in a bath and washed it all. and
And the other thing you told me about one
Washing
time
Lego.
was
Washing
the
Lego.
bag full of stormtroopers. Box full of
that
stormtroopers?
wasn't found. So they used
No,
to,
you didn't find it, but
there-
you
there-
just,
there
I
used-
stole it. I
they
stole
used-
it.
No, there used to be a shop
fucking-
in an arcade in the city, and so after Return of the Jedi, when Star Wars was at its lowest ebb, people
Yep.
weren't that interested. I went to a shop of movie memorabilia, and I noticed they had a few Star Wars figures in a glass case, and I said, "Oh, you got any more Stormtroopers?" And he went, "I'll have that Stormtrooper. You got any more?" He's gone, "Yeah, a couple." And he brought out a bag that was like a clear garbage bag sized bag
full of troopers.
full of figures.
Oh my
And
god!
I'll have the power droid. I'll have the rebel commander. I'll have
6 stormtroopers,
What's
2
that?
Boba
Can you
Fetts.
remember-
Yeah, I got a lot of
can you remember-
stormtroopers.
Can you remember what he was charging for that?
they were like $1 a figure.
Oh my
Idiot.
God.
And that had
Idiot. And he
but-
runs a junk shop. What do you know?
no. But this was after Jedi, and
So you told me that story 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I've you know,
Remember
Hang on
it.
to it.
used that several times as motivation. And then when the new episodes 1, 2, and 3
come out. Yep.
came out, they actually did some rip-off figures. So they did.
Yeah.
They were doing remakes. So the Chinese $2 shops and all those kind of
yeah,
market
yeah.
places, they actually ripped them off. I've been looking everywhere
For
in
the-
this one for figures, but they've only got big
For
big
rip-offs,
ones.
you mean?
For rip-offs, because I want to
Yeah.
bulk up on stormtroopers, right? Because I've always fantasized about a bag of troopers.
Well, a battalion or a is that a battalion when you see them when they're getting the Death Star
A
ready?
troop,
I don't know.
It's a battalion.
Platoon.
That
It'd
sounds
be a
pretty good.
platoon,
No,
wouldn't it?
platoon's smaller as. Oh god, I don't.
Platoon's 4 squads, and a squad can be 4 or 5 people. So I've never understood how many are in a platoon. 'Cause
Okay.
Yeah,
because
'cause
the
movie-
film
What about that
Platoon.
movie?
Platoon, there's like 12 dudes.
Nah,
That
there's
film
more than
platoon.
12.
there?
Who was there? There was Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
There
it was
was
Charlie.
Nah, there was
Emilio
4
Estevez,
sergeants.
There was
and each of those sergeants are in charge of 4 or 5 dudes apiece.
Right.
So I did find my stormtrooper thing, right? Went into a Chinese op shop rip-off
Springvale? Or
thing in Oakley, and they had them there, and I managed to get.
were they in boxes or no?
They were in carded, but painted badly.
Yeah.
So I took them out and I
Detailed them with
touched
the
them
touched
paint.
them up and
Yeah.
then put them in with the other troopers.
And
And
then
I think one
and
of
then I repainted them.
yeah, I touched them up, and that was my claim. But I always thought like now. I don't want to pass up on the opportunity to go to a $2 shop and find.
I'll be on the lookout, man.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
And
They
I-
can't be any bigger than the real size. I don't want big, goofy, cross-eyed looking.
It takes
Weird
up too much
ones.
space.
Well, it's weird.
There was one that had a Yoda in it. One of those packs at the Caribbean market. And it's got a Yoda in it, and it looks like a gremlin.
Wow. Because
It's
I
like
bought a
got
few.
really big
I bought a few
sideburns.
dodgy
Right,
ones
buy it.
from episode 1, and I was like, oh yeah. I think it was like 10 cents a figure, and they were in boxes, but they were figures from episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and they were knockoffs. I thought they were knockoffs, but then I saw some original figures and went, you know what? Maybe they were original because they're so shitty
the
now.
quality
Yeah,
is
they're-
getting.
they're-
I don't know what they were like for
Now
The
they're really
Force
good.
Awakens. They
Nah,
got pretty good.
dude.
The
I've
Force
Cass
Awakens
is.
are
I think
rad.
there's a tier. It's tiered. It's a
Yeah,
level of.
but she's looking at the wrong ones.
I think so.
But,
The Force Awakens ones are great.
So, with the original figures and being worth money, I had to bring up Uncle Scrooge comics, but there's an Uncle Scrooge comic that always stayed with me, and he bought some sunken treasure, and he opened it up, and it was counterfeit gold coins. But then this collector walks past and goes, "Oh, there's some very, very rare,
Coins.
counterfeit coins," and he pays the money. I'm a collector, and that really happened with Star Wars figures because I read this big book on merchandise, and there were blue stormtroopers that came out in South America.
They were
they
Imperial.
are worth so much.
The Imperial, the one in the Emperor's chamber, the red guards.
Oh, okay. No,
Right,
I
yeah.
thought
It
they
was
were. I
them,
thought
but
they were
blue.
stormtroopers.
That was them, but
snowtroopers.
blue.
Sorry, I thought.
Oh, really?
Or them.
I thought they were Hoth troopers, but they were.
They might have been.
blue.
Actually, they might have been those ghostly
Yeah,
looking
they had the hoods
helmets.
and
Yeah, you might be
I'm
right
thinking
there.
of something blue. Something blue.
Yeah.
So,
Good times.
So yeah, I want to hug all the counterfeiters out there because
Like a counterfeiter.
this week-
sometimes they're worth more
this
than
Easter.
the original.
But Jesus would want you to hug a
You know,
a
a lot of my
counterfeiter.
Transformers up there
Fitter.
are actually,
He would've.
actually
He would've.
rip-offs. But when you take them out of the packet, you stand them up. They
No
look
one knows.
pretty good.
But it's as soon as you take them out of the packet, they're destroyed, Tim.
Nah, I've kind of given up on that theory.
The packet shit.
Yeah, because I got a bunch of packaged Star Wars figures in the roof, and they're in the
And
roof.
they go, and then
Yeah, you
and
don't
then
do
it's
nothing
like
in the
with them.
roof, and I want to set them up with the other dudes, but
I always loved Ralph Wiggum winning the diorama contest because he
Yeah.
had some figures in the boxes.
I bet my Wookiee.
I bet my Wookiee. He's got them all.
They're all
and
here.
my favorite, Chewbacca.
They're all here.
back
Later.
when the Simpsons were
On.
funny.
Chewie.
Huge call. They
Yeah.
are funny again, but they had a big patch where they weren't.
Oh, did you see the other day they did
heard about this?
Homer went into some alternate dimension and it was all Lego, the Simpsons Lego world.
I have heard about that.
But it was
Not that
it
funny?
was no, not that funny, but 3D Lego, not actual Lego.
Boo.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and what actually offended me is that distinctive sound when you got a pile of Lego and
you're
you're moving,
crunching
you
through it.
know
My
it's
favorite.
Lego.
It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite sounds.
They didn't use any Lego sound effects. They used their own brick sound effects, and it just didn't sound any
Yeah.
good.
No.
That's an opportunity missed, isn't it?
It is an opportunity missed because I listen out for that kind of stuff. Like for example, and I'm sure we'll cover this in our other podcasts on VHS video things.
Do we have a name for it yet?
No, the Blues Brothers when they emerged from the bricks.
That's what I was saying last.
That noise.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
last podcast. Yeah,
Wicked.
yeah.
So good.
It's almost
You
9
could just
o'clock.
see those
We've got to
dudes.
go to work.
Yeah. I love that.
I'm pretty sure I said that last week.
I think you did.
You have mentioned
We're-
that.
yeah, we mentioned
That's
it
my
before,
favourite
but the
sound.
bricks, the
The
brickety
bricks.
bricks.
The bricks
Yeah.
are calling. Hit the bricks, Tim. What do you got there?
Hit the bricks. I actually don't have any.
Research, good.
I don't have any research.
I came-
We're gonna look up crazy stories. The Guinness Book of Records. Nah.
You boys, did you buy that as kids?
I
I never.
Nah.
wanted- I couldn't give a fuck.
no.
Nah.
I did. I
don't
was
care
more
if they
into.
luge
I was more
faster than
into.
you.
I wasn't into like stupid facts about what people can achieve. I was more interested in like books about spontaneous combustion and
Oh, mystery
ghosts
books.
caught on
yeah,
film
yeah,
and
yeah. No,
and,
the ones that
you know.
were always missing from the library.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know how it slipped through, but in primary school there was a book that I used to always borrow. And that was mysteries.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've purchased a couple of mystery books I've got here, and Audrey seems to have taken to the old
Sasquatch stories and
yeah, just it's
ghosts.
It's interesting, man. Like, and you read them and you go, "This has got to be bullshit."
I actually read a list recently of most ludicrous online polls that people were petitioning American politicians for. One of them in the top 10 was 1,000 or tens of thousands of Americans have petitioned that they want Sasquatch recognised as a species.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, they ain't found it. Anyone?
Yeah, as soon as you find it, yes.
It's that Jedi thing on the census as a religion.
Did you
No,
did
well,
you
the
ever fill
people
out a
just-
census?
Yeah.
I've done the last. They say to you, right?
I felt it devalued the Jedi.
That's
Yeah.
right.
The last two census, I think it was 2 censuses ago.
You could claim Jedi. as
claim
your
Jedi. I did that. Put that in. Yep, we're all Jedis.
We all did.
We all did. Then they threaten you that if you don't submit your census form, you'll get a fine and you'll blah blah blah. So I filled out my last one. They
Yeah.
said they'll come around and pick it up.
We never did.
Never did.
Never did.
Yeah, the census is a bit of a crock, isn't it?
It is a crock.
So what you're saying to me is the Guinness Book of Record of China's Jin Songhao of sitting in snow. You're not interested in?
Exactly.
China's
like that?
Jin set the Guinness World Record for the longest time spent in direct full body contact with snow in January 2011. His time was how long?
I reckon he
4
sat
hours.
in there for 16 hours.
It's way less than that. You would fucking die.
Would you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think you'd freeze to death.
It's 27 minutes.
We're getting closer. I'll wrap this one up. Final guess.
56 minutes.
46 minutes
Oh,
and
yeah.
7 seconds. So that's not too bad.
46 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
couldn't
that
care
doesn't tickle your fancy.
less. No.
No. What about the guy with longest fingernails? How long do they go?
Oh, that was a chick. That was back.
Toxo 4.
That was back.
Doctor's McGrady.
What about this guy?
4. Toxo Grady, USA.
I
That's
don't-
Toxoth again.
This
World's stickiest bogey.
Rick Britton.
the Savlakian dude, Sovlak, broke his record in June 2009 by juggling 3 motor saws, which I think chainsaws.
That's awesome. No, juggling chainsaws is good.
62 successful times in a row. So
Do you,
1, 2, 3.
You can create a category, can't you?
Yeah,
if
do
you do
whatever
that
you
stuff.
want.
So they don't. There's no like list that you pick off.
No, but
But you can pick off the list to beat a record.
Yeah, you can-
but some of those records are just so wank factor of
Okay.
well, I need a break every half hour. So the guy who spent the most time on an escalator had fucking breaks and toilet breaks. Well,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
well-
it's not continuous. Fuck off.
I'll just go down a chatty right now and break that record.
Yeah,
And I don't need to piss. I'll piss in a cup if I have to.
But yeah, no, he has the record because he's got observers and they take themselves
can't
so
have breaks.
seriously. And I'm like,
There's no
fuck off.
breaks.
No, they do. They allow
like the
breaks.
pogo,
It's bullshit.
we were trying to. Well, I felt like we had a pogo stick.
You were
at
up to
one time.
1,000 jumps.
Something like that, and then just went,
Wow.
fuck this.
I never had a pogo stick that worked. But you guys
We acquired one. Like there was pogo sticks that you could get from toy shops, and then there was fucking pogo spring-loaded fucking industrial
goods.
ones. We managed to get one.
and it worked.
It worked like it was.
And it was
mad.
Mm.
I mean, I watched a mate of mine's daughter was on one, and I was like, that looks so much fun.
was
And
deadly.
and she was doing it for ages, and I was like, my god,
There was
one that works.
There was one that you go uppy downy, uppy downy, uppy downy, uppy downy, and then if you slightly go leaning forward in
Face
the
plant.
middle, you would go spring, 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 and then you would go swoosh, straight forward. Like that was
Dangerous.
carnage. No escaping a fucking
A pogo stick.
A
Yeah.
pogo.
You would definitely crack your head open. If you,
Pogo
went on
stick
a,
stack.
if you went on a pogo stick now, we would all would do it. Ankles, knees, backs, and heads.
That's why I stay away from
Mm.
skateboards. So
Mm.
it's just I'm gonna fuck a knee up or break a. Yeah. I've
I'm
only
not
got
doing
one
it.
skull.
Not doing it. What about this? This guy, he see the picture there? It's a very just
Turkey leg.
weird ass looking dude
Is that
from
is he
England, and
a
he's
turkey?
holding an onion.
That's an onion.
That's an onion. And this thing, he's carrying it like I don't know, like
It's the size of
My
three
farm
farm
walls.
it's-
was near Chernobyl.
it's 3 turkeys, isn't it? 3
Yeah.
frozen turkeys.
I thought that was a bird.
And,
it's
So
one
when
frozen-
things get that big,
one big
no.
frozen.
It's 17.
Would you like some tomato?
What's 17 pounds?
17
You
pounds?
want to know what 17 pounds
Do a
is?
quick calculate.
Bit of cash if it's pot.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What, 6
Everything.
pounds? I'll type it into the old JVC VCR.
Did I say 6?
6 pounds in what? In kilos?
Yeah. The real measurement.
6 pounds in kilograms is 2.722 kilograms.
Did I say 6 or 17?
I thought you said 16.
Read it. What did you
Oh,
say?
I'll skip past it now.
Yeah.
But
Again,
I'm going to go backwards.
I can't tell you how much I don't care
about the onion.
about
Yeah.
any records. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, true.
And the same reason I don't care about the Olympic
No,
Games.
17
no,
pounds,
I don't
Tim.
care about the Olympic Games either.
Because hey, we managed to divide a second by another increment, and he's the winner. It's like I'm sorry.
I always get pissed off. It's like the richest country.
Yeah.
Whoever's
Yeah.
got the most money to throw at winning the gold medal wins it.
And it's America.
Yeah.
I do love that. So
It was 17 pounds,
the,
Tim.
17
Russia has been
pounds.
banned.
Shazbot.
Russia has been banned from all track and field because of.
You can't be trusted. You just can't be trusted.
So it's state sanctioned doping. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
they-
right. I heard, yeah.
So they're entirely banned from track
They've
and field.
And they've been doing it for
That's
years.
approximately 8 kilos.
How many?
8 kilo onion.
That's a big onion, dude.
Would you like some more tomato? Do you guys know what that reference is?
Nope.
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
No.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons.
And when things get when those vegetables get that big,
Tasteless.
they are tasteless.
Yeah,
aren't they?
yeah. Forget
I
it.
don't know. Never eaten one.
Because
You
there's plenty of places for the flavour to hide.
Yeah.
That's right. Grow a zucchini or a cucumber bigger than, say, my size.
Wang.
Yeah, that's right. It does not taste good. My wang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what are
there's
you saying? There's more flavour in the smaller ones? Is that what you're saying?
Small flavour, small.
Smaller the wang, bigger the flavour.
That's right.
Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. If you're
If
that
he's
way.
just sporting a Savoy, it's probably full of flavour.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some bad ones here. Like there's it's from Business Insider Australia. It's one of those internet poll things, and it's the top 40. I typed in weird or fun, or I think I said weird, and they're not weird. These
I don't
facts.
doubt you would
Incredibly
ever
boring.
type the words fun. Anywhere.
No, I don't think I would have.
I don't
Okay,
ever
what
think
about
you-
Charlie?
I don't think you've ever experienced the.
I don't think I've had
sensation
fun.
Have you?
No,
Not with all that work you fit in.
not with
No.
you fucking around.
Oh,
Charlie.
no, there's a sarcastic fun. This is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You
fun.
got that. You got that on.
Oh, I got that in spades, Tim.
You got that on your t-shirt right now.
Yeah. What? This is fun.
Yeah.
This is what you call fun. What about Charlie, a golden retriever, barks at the Royal Easter Show? Oh, there you go. This is
Easter,
topical.
topical.
In Sydney, March 29, 2013, Charlie owns the Guinness World Record of the loudest bark, registering at 113.1 decibels. So that's like
That's
two
quite
jackhammers.
That's quite
It's loud.
loud. But
loud.
what? Through a microphone?
No, there he is there, just having a howl. Just howling away.
All right.
at the
I see.
Easter
To
Show.
me, these records. How do you
that's-
quantify them? How do you prove that dog
You
is
can't
louder
prove
than
that.
two
They're
jackhammers?
for-
Well, if you
How do you
want
prove
you
that
gotta
that dog is
register.
not louder than the one that lives next door?
If
to
you
me?
want to disprove
Yeah.
that, you got to fill in the right forms, pay the right amount of money, go to
Get
the
them
Guinness
come around,
World Records.
That dog wins.
I think we
'Cause
should
you
just
come in
euthanize
fast.
all dogs. And
Hey.
Yeah. Stick with the cats.
We just lost half our audience.
no, I like. I
Um,
do like.
You're a
dogs.
cat dude, though, aren't you? That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't mind dogs, but I
I like the
don't wanna own 'em.
convenience of cats, but we've been through this before.
I'm sure we have.
Um,
But yeah, and then they just go on and they get shitter as the list goes on.
well,
Oh,
I've
the
got
records
something to
do?
bring to
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah,
Sure.
what do you got?
Well, so to be dissing all these records, but so I've been. What was it? You came up with a great title pre-show.
If you give them the premise, and I'll
Famous, famous people defaming other famous people.
defamous.
Defamous. Okay. Defamous. so I'm going to ask some questions to the boys.
Oh, yes.
I don't know the answers to all of these. I only know scuttlebutt and rumour answers that may or may not be true.
Well, we
Okay.
do have access to internet. Right here.
So first off, cast your minds back, Wayback Machine. Carly Simon, wonderful singer from the 70s. She had a song called You're So Vain.
Yes.
Yep.
This is
Who,
the
who was
example.
she singing about? Who wore the apricot scarf?
I
thought
thought it was Robert Redford.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say it's what's his name with the cigarette? He used to drive a
Car?
You know, the guy with the beard. Jesus.
The guy with
The guy with the blue collar.
So this guy's got. Wait. So we're narrowing
James
it down.
Dean.
James Dean?
He's got a cigarette and a
To
car.
you. No, I heard it was Warren Beatty.
Yes. Now that's,
Okay,
yeah.
let's cross
So that's
check
the
it with the
example.
internet.
That's the example.
That's the example. You're so vain about.
She's never admitted it, has she?
No, she's never confirmed it. But,
What's her connection to Warren Beatty?
She used to fuck him.
Oh well, there you go.
They were dating. They were dating,
that's
and
it.
it didn't end acrimoniously. So I know that. Sex
I
was
wrote a
involved.
song and I built a career around it.
Despite the internet irony, Beatty in fact did believe You're
That-
So Vain was about him.
About
He's spread the rumor.
Well, look, if he had an apricot scarf,
That song's about
it
me.
was him.
Yeah.
Mm.
And not many dudes do rock an apricot scarf. Anyway, let's move a bit further.
Mirrors, mirrors everywhere. Is that part of the line?
So,
No.
I think it was a different song.
um,
You look into the mirror, see
Fair,
your
fair.
smiling face. That's about me. I've done that. I've done that.
that's me.
It's me, isn't it?
What else you got?
Okay, so bit further in time, bit more relevant. The Australian band Spiderbait.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do not know the answer to this.
Okay.
Okay.
They had a song called "Buy Me a Pony," and there were lines in it. Don't you wanna be an ocean in the sea,
Yeah.
a big time entity? And it was all about sort of selling out and that was about another Australian band, but I don't know
I
which
reckon
one.
it's about.
Powderfinger.
No, I reckon it's.
No,
I
fucking
reckon
would
it's
work. I
about-
don't like them.
I reckon it's about.
ACDC.
No, because that's after the fact.
I thought it was a contemporary band.
Regurgitator.
Regurgitator. Is what I was thinking.
Wow, I thought Regurgitator because
Did you really?
But
I
they
sucked a
didn't
lot of
suck.
cock.
They-
Yeah, they didn't. I
didn't
sucked a
think-
lot of cock to get where I am. That was one of their
They
They had
songs.
some great songs. That song that the Prince sounded like, the song formerly known as, that was gold.
Yeah.
Regurgitator
Ding, ding,
rocked
ding, ding.
live.
Yeah,
Absolutely rocked.
and
I
they-
actually fantasized about being their DJ. That was the band I was going to approach to see if they
Fuck yeah.
wanted me to DJ.
No, I
They did not.
They're not together anymore. I think they're back together now.
Okay.
I think they're.
Did you approach them? You didn't approach them.
No, I just thought you
They
know.
weren't
Yeah.
Melbourne dudes. Though,
I
were
also-
they?
I also
They
wanted to
Brisbane
get-
Coast.
They're
I also
Brisbane dudes,
in the
yeah.
'80s wanted to get Michael Jackson to do I wanted to do a guest rap on one of Michael Jackson's songs.
Didn't
You know,
do one.
for a while there, it was like,
It's just so long as Macaulay Culkin doesn't
That's
mime
not
it.
I reckon you might be able to get it in on a Dennis Rodman track now, if you're lucky.
very well could.
But so nobody knows, and you're not going to look it up for me. But yeah, there was another band, but no, the computer doesn't know. Computer says no.
Computer says no.
The
So-
rumor mill.
The final,
Defaming.
and this one is a rumor that I know. The answer I have is
Okay.
absolute rumor.
Mhm.
But the Beyonce track, "All the Single Ladies," contained a line: "If you want to put a ring on it, yeah. If
Yeah.
you like it, you should put a ring on it."
Yeah.
If you like
People-
the finger, put my
People
ring
told
on
me
it.
that was a response to Jay-Z fucking Rihanna, and it was like, if you want to, if you like it, marry her. And look, ladies, I'm married to him.
No, I
I've
just stuck
got
my
Jay-Z.
finger in a ring. Is that the same thing? Yeah, if
I
you
don't
like to
know,
stick your
but-
finger in the ring,
but
and
can I
stick it
say at
in
this
the ring
point-
and stick it in it.
Jay-Z, is he a talented rapper?
Or in the Hollywood crapper.
No, I've hated him forever.
I don't
He ha-
know
he
any
had-
of his rhymes. So I don't.
He was quite good.
Quite the man in his
the
day?
90s. Late 90s.
I
He
heard
had some-
I heard other rappers regretting that they'd never seen him live, and they were
Mm.
like, "He's the one rapper I wanted to see. He did some shows at Madison Square Garden, and now he's retired." Hey, 2 years later, I'm out of retirement. Fuck off.
He's Paul Afonso.
Yeah, fucking.
He's a fan.
He's
go and
Paul
do it too with
Afonso.
John Farnham.
He fans it.
But I've always disliked him. Every time I see him in a video or in an interview, I just think,
This
what's
is
what's the
after-
appeal, man?
Well,
you
the
must
appeal
be
is-
really talented.
The
Warren.
appeal is he became the richest
Rapper.
richest rap affiliated.
I think
dude
I think
out of
money
all of them.
spoils a lot of these dudes. All these Kanye's and 50 Centsies, and they're always spruiking their money wad all
but
over their
we all
all
know
over their
that- we
Twitter
all-
face.
We all know that Kanye is $54 million in debt. That's
Really?
come out. Yeah. So
I
none of anything that he's ever done has ever.
No, he just spends it like a fucking moron.
No, I just think that.
You're not a genius with money,
what-
dickhead.
What happens is if you get signed onto a record label, you
owe them money.
Yeah, so like they have to recoup their money before you get paid. So if you did an album and
And
it
it doesn't.
grossed 60 million and they put 40 million into it, they need to get the first 40 million before you get your
Get
20.
$1.
Yeah. So when Guns N' Roses did that Chinese Democracy, it cost something like 80. Look that one up, Tim.
Okay. I will, I will.
$80 million or something to produce this record. It took them 10 years to do, and it was. Well, I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah,
shot. I
Guns
don't
N'
listen to
Roses,
Guns N'
yeah.
Roses. Chinese Democracy, Guns N' Roses cost a ridiculous amount.
Talking
A
about
ridiculous amount.
Talking amongst yourselves.
It's an
well.
album I've never heard, and I quite like Guns N' Roses back in the day.
Yeah, I listen to it now. Back in the day, I rebelled.
No, it was a
against
bit hard to
rebelled
listen to it
against
back in the day,
Yeah,
wasn't
because
13
They kind of
million.
sucked ass.
13 million in production costs.
Okay,
The
that's a
label
lot
actually
less than
saved
80.
money.
Oh, at the time, that
Promising
was probably
Rose
$80
$1
million.
million. It deserved a certain time. It took 10 years.
That's why they lost
But
their
nothing
fan
could be
base.
nothing could be good after 10 years of working on it.
Oh,
I can
nah.
guarantee it. Like so.
Overworked.
Oh, you get-
Overjuiced. Yeah.
I'll do an album with somebody, and then you'll get by the time you get to the 7th or 8th song, and you review the first song,
So different.
It's already
You
dated.
hate it.
Sistine
Yeah.
Chapel didn't take 10 years. And that's a
right.
fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, that's
On
right.
a roof.
That's right. He went blind doing that. Did you know that?
Yeah, because all the
I'd
lead-
say-
He doesn't
say
care.
all the other-
I don't care for facts.
No,
Facts and statistics. Don't talk to me about it. I'm not
I'm
that
sure,
interested.
look, he may have gone blind after doing it, but I'm sure a lifetime of scrutinising perfect form contributed to that poor. Like he was
by candlelight
Yeah,
as well.
apparently, apparently that was the most expensive album ever made.
There you go.
There you
So
go.
I was on the right track.
So what did they spend it on?
Blow, hookers,
people telling them they're great. And
doc-
the album's going well.
psychiatrists, group
accountants-
therapy,
accountants.
accountants, all that noise.
Because I think what's the name? Sunanger.
Metallica.
Metallica. Thank you very much. They found it a bit tough.
What?
They've struggled with their
Demons.
albums. Even on that the Monsters in
Monsters
my pants.
Inc.
Is that it?
Monsters in your pants.
Some kind of monster. Thank you. And looking at their process, they struggled.
Well, it's just if once you get out of the garage, you know, once
Garage days,
you're young lads getting pissed,
and
doing
you've
gigs,
revisited the garage.
it's just once the money starts coming in,
I
they lose their grip.
Sunanger.
I had a Metallica moment this week where I was like, that was not a bad film clip. I wonder if that movie really exists. And I found it on
It's
YouTube.
from a film. That's
and
from
I
a film,
watched
is it?
it.
Right.
And I watched about 3/4 of it. Computer froze. Not computer, YouTube or whatever froze. And I cannot be fucked watching it again.
Nah,
But it was
You can
gripping.
scroll through it. You can fast
Oh,
forward.
of course. Yeah. No, so I've got to fast
Yeah.
forward and pick up the bit because it was just getting interesting. But yeah, he'd worked out he had no legs and no arms, and he was in a hospital,
Ah, that's
They
right.
couldn't
yes.
speak.
and he couldn't speak because
I couldn't see.
he had
What
a
can I
hide
see?
out.
What can I hear? What can
I
I hear?
see? Oh, the man Sunanger. Sunanger.
All this horror here.
Middle of your ass. Middle of your ass.
That
Oh, that
was
was
an
a
album.
t-shirt.
That
Was
was
it?
an album.
Was it an album?
No, it was originally what Kill 'Em All was going to be called.
That's
And
right.
when I
No,
went
wasn't
to
it
the-
Ride the Lightning? No,
Ride
Kill-
the Lightning. I
Ride the
think you're
Lightning.
right. So I went to the Metallica concert, and all of these dudes had "Metal Up Your Ass" T-shirts, and it was a toilet with a knife
with a
coming out.
knife coming
Ow.
out.
And,
Ow.
and I
Metal
still
up your
thought that
ass.
was kind of-
Literally.
I still went, oh, I wish I had that Metallica T-shirt instead of the
now,
Master of
our brother
Puppets.
Yeah. Steve had that T-shirt.
No, I quite
Oh,
liked,
really?
Metal up your ass.
I quite liked
Ouch.
Metallica prior to Enter Sandman, and then they lost it for me.
Then they lost it.
It-
Yeah.
like that was a all right album, but everything after that I lost interest in. And everyone, I remember Ronzi saying to me, "Oh man, they've just come back in great form, Sunanger. It's amazing."
Sunanger.
And yeah, I
Oh,
I would
God.
like to watch that documentary on him, but
You
I
haven't
just,
seen it?
Oh, do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a favor.
It's
I
just
kind of hate
so-
Lars as well. And
Oh,
I
you're
love
gonna,
it.
oh, you're
You'll
just
love
gonna
it.
hate him even more.
You'll love this movie.
Yeah,
You'll love it.
You love
It's
to
so
hate.
bad.
Have
It's so bad.
what? It's so badly made, or they're
Nah,
just
brilliant.
Brilliant.
Brilliant form.
Oh, good form.
Shot
Just-
over
it's
like
just
3
like-
years or
So
something
the
like that.
guitarist
Dude,
that's
oh.
been with them all that time, he's pretty much disinterested. He's not.
The bassist
He's-
bails and they have to
The
replace him.
crazy guitarist, the dude with the black frizzy hair.
Yeah,
He's
don't know his name.
pretty sure he's a closet homosexual.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Because they
I
cut to
can't
him.
tell because my fan base will kill me.
Yeah,
No, they
that's
cut.
right.
They cut to him.
Masturbating over some men's men.
No, I'm gonna rephrase my thoughts here. They cut to him and he's talking about, I just like to take some time out from the boys, and he's on the farm. He's got his hat. He's got a straw coming over his mouth. He's wearing a flannelette. He's got boots up to here.
Oh, he's in overalls, isn't he? Like, what the hell was that? What was that?
That
was
was
a
a possum on the roof. I got
We're in
possums.
Australia, folks. In case you're wondering what that is.
Everywhere.
Devil spawn.
They run around. The possums run around my roof looking for
Crawl
looking
space.
really for a place to die.
Looking
They're
I
looking for
blocked
mint,
them out.
mint condition figures. I heard.
Yeah, I reckon.
I blocked them out of the chimney.
Possum Wars.
Chimney.
Oh, got some.
I climbed up late at night.
What,
the,
your
um,
chimney doesn't work? You don't have open fires in it?
No, I had the gas
Gassy.
heater and I mean I've got.
Oh, so
many-
there's like a dead space.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to.
Well, I think we're almost there at the at the marker.
So I
What's that
did,
marker
did want to
coming
say something quickly about Star Wars. When
up? Please do.
Star
I
Wars.
heard Star Wars Drone Wars, and it was a headline on the internet. I looked it up and went, please don't use drones in the new Star Wars films. And it was the new Star Wars film, and basically, they're filming it at the moment, the new Star Wars film. People are going, oh, you're in Tunisia, let's fly over with my drone and take some shots, and then
For exclusives.
yeah, and then put it on the net. So the Star Wars people now have a squad of their own drones that take out the drones that come and try and fly over. Now that would be a good fun job.
So
Yeah.
there's paparazzi drones.
Yeah, yeah.
versus
But
Star Wars
I've heard
drones.
there's-
Yeah,
I've-
that's
Sick.
cool.
Someone's training hawks to take out drones
True.
as well.
Saw that.
Wow.
I did see that.
Okay, and just on Star Wars, did you get that text message I sent you about stop whatever you're doing right now and watch this? I sent you last week, and it's the fan.
You know, I've lost my phone. You probably sent it to the old number.
It's
Send it to me,
fan.
I'll forward it.
It's a Star Wars fan film called The Apprentice. What's the red guy with the black
Oh
face?
yeah,
Darth Maul Apprentice.
Darth Maul film. It's a
And
fan
it's a
film.
16-minute
Darth Maul.
fan film that will blow your tits off.
Wow.
It's quite good.
It's
Quite
good.
it's
About the original
Genius.
3 films. Wow.
No. It's just like when in the midst of Darth Maul coming up, just before he's officially
Announced in the...
before he's come out, there's a couple of rogue Jedis in a forest somewhere that come across him,
Oh.
and then he fights them all and hunts them
it's
all
dope.
down.
It's dope.
It's pretty good,
The
man.
effects are awesome. This
It could
fight
even
sequence.
be-
It's Star Wars, man.
I
It's
dare
Star
to
Wars.
say it could even be the dude playing.
Because he was a shocking
yeah, he
actor,
was-
wasn't he?
he-
I heard he was
No,
a
but he was a bad actor. They cut out all of his lines. I think
Yeah.
he got 2 lines.
So,
or
so
something.
you guys have seen Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
The housemate in Shaun of the Dead is the voice of Darth Maul.
Oh, really? The
guy with dark hair?
yeah, the
Oh,
guy that's
really?
always pissed off with him.
Yeah, that's the voice of Darth Maul.
Turn off the
Really?
music and grow up.
Yeah, so and I think they reference it in the other films in because he's in The World's End and
No, the Cornetto. We talked about the Cornetto.
trilogy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Wow, that is. I'm looking forward to that. I
Yeah, man. That's.
can't wait to get home.
Well, with that, I mean, yeah.
Bye, I'm out of here.
So,
I got something to watch.
well, I did say
got
stop
something
whatever
else to
you're
do.
doing and watch it. It's at its best what fandom and fan films can do.
Films,
quickly-
yeah, it's quite good.
I know we were supposed to hug and not punch in the face, but I want to punch in the face the people who are behind the film, the fucking Suicide Squad. I saw trailers
Big
for
call.
that,
Big
and it
call.
looked
See, I
unreal
don't know.
ages ago. I saw a trailer last night, and there were new villains in it. There were new, and I was like, it's getting better and better. The crocodile, there was
Yeah, they're
other villains.
really-
Captain Boomerang, who, for an Australian token character.
Why not?
And I got really excited. There were some more great Harley Quinn quotes coming out August 2016. And
Oh, that's
I'm
months?
sorry,
Yeah.
that was a long
Oh,
time ago,
Yeah.
last year, that I saw the first trailers
Did
for
you
this.
see- did you-
So they're rewriting it and they're rejigging it, and
Did
they're
you see Deadpool yet?
no, really want
It's
to.
mad.
Oh, have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I've seen it.
And what? Prognosis good.
Prognosis.
Positive?
Prognosis positive.
Wow,
It's very good.
Oh, and a quick
It's very
snooze
good.
review.
It's his best superhero film.
that's great.
What's his
Because
name?
I always
Ryan
wanted Ryan Reynolds to do
Reynolds.
something good.
This is good.
Oh, this is the comeback for him.
It's
Have you guys
good.
seen the
It's
ads?
straight up
on the
Deadpool,
internet
man.
that
Yeah,
he
it's
did,
pretty-
like for Australia Day and for.
I didn't see
No, I
that. I
didn't see
thought.
that.
So I saw an Australia Day ad for Deadpool, and I quite laughed. It was
It was good, man.
Oh, so he's Deadpool.
He's Deadpool,
Oh, okay.
but he's also Green
Green
Lantern.
Lantern.
But he's also the Arrow guy in one of
Is
the
he?
other films or something.
okay.
Yeah, he was something else. I
That-
think
no, he's been Deadpool before in one of the. Oh, he was in Wolverine.
Was he?
Yeah.
He mentions Wolverine a lot in this
Yeah.
movie. It's quite good.
And,
And then he also takes a dig out of Ryan Reynolds as well
oh.
as Deadpool,
Huh.
which is in direct reference to himself.
They're going deep. They're getting deep
It's
characters
good.
in the,
They
in the back catalogue.
apparently the story behind that is they said here's $58 million or $158 million to
Whatever.
make a everyman's Deadpool movie, which
Rated R.
is rated everybody.
Oh, okay.
Or we'll give you I'm just throwing
Yeah,
numbers
yeah,
out
just
of my
make it
ass
all
here.
up.
$16 million, and you can make whatever you want. They went, we'll take that.
Yeah.
And they made this, and it's quite good.
Oh, nice. Because the comics were
It's fucking violent.
yeah.
It's really good.
Nice one.
Quick snooze review just before I have to go and snooze because it's
Gotta work tomorrow.
of course I do. Just before I came here, I watched Pee Wee Herman's Holiday Adventure, the new Pee Wee Herman movie.
It's new or
New.
it's
Yeah,
just
it's a
new
new
to
one.
you?
It's
Direct to
Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix exclusive.
What's he like? Is
Well,
Pee Wee now?
look,
Is Pee Wee got
He's
grey hair?
weathered.
it's a Pee Wee Herman movie. You know,
Yeah.
it's a Pee Wee. It's
Guinness Book of Pee Wee.
he's a little bit older, and it's the same format as all the other ones. Road trip, meet all these people, go from scene to scene to scene.
It's his
as
first
Pee Wee
time
Herman.
out of the town since the old days, isn't it?
Yeah,
Something like
well, no, because it's one of those things where I don't think
that. It's a new
he's
universe.
Yeah, new universe. He doesn't because he says I've had limited experience on motorbikes, and he's never left the town, and he's never wanted to go anywhere or be anywhere, see
Okay, so
anything.
it's standalone.
Standalone, I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like the other
bizarre.
ones were quite standalone.
it's
as
bizarre.
well.
It's
Because
there's some levels. I think there's levels to it of weirdness,
I
which is
thought
good.
I thought he'd
Which is
left
good.
Pee Wee behind because he was a semi-respectable character actor now.
That's where the coin is.
yeah.
So you stayed awake for the whole film?
Okay, so the snooze review.
You can't sleep with Pee Wee Herman going,
Well, I was interested in it, but I did.
Knitting.
I think you do the voice better than he does.
Yeah.
I
he does now,
fell
yeah.
asleep.
You got something to say, Crazy Larry?
I fell asleep for 7 minutes of it. In the middle of it,
See, this is why you like that.
and then I woke up, and then I watched the rest of it. So I don't know. I don't know on my rating system how this is going to work.
You saw 90%.
That's a point rating.
You saw 90% of it,
something.
so
I did.
So that's
So that's a point five.
Point.
Snooze review.
This is
Because
right
you
down the
fell asleep
guts.
for a middle
For
for
the
a
middle
point of
bit,
a
I didn't
second.
like it. Was I woke up because I could hear it. I was lucid dreaming or whatever. I knew what was going on.
you're
I mean, I
busy
better-
losing your keys.
I better wake up to this. I better watch the rest of it.
Well, there's something else I have to watch.
Yes.
So yeah,
And that was about. Okay, I'll give it a 4.6.
did you guys see the?
Snooze review.
You
That's
guys
over.
both saw the first Pee Wee at the cinemas.
I saw the first Bill and Ted at the cinema, but not the
so,
Pee Wee.
So envious of you guys. Yeah, you
Yeah.
the only Australians I think.
Yeah, it was 7 people.
Yeah, I think we saw
I think a lot more people went to the sequel in the cinema.
Yeah.
The Bogus
Went to that as
Journey.
well.
Oh, that's coming out as well. Yeah.
And,
Part 3.
3.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing another one.
Okay.
Oh, they can't get funding for it.
Oh.
Crowdsource it, and you get funding for that.
Yeah, Kananu and Bill S.
What-
Preston.
Bill S.
is,
Preston.
Bill S. Preston.
Yeah.
Is he
What's
Bill?
his name?
Ted.
I don't
Bill.
know.
Well, they can't get
Who is
they
Ted?
can't get Rufus back. He died.
No, that's what
Yeah.
they're trying to get around.
George
They're
Cullen.
trying to work out how they're going to do it.
His
I-
old
I-
footage.
I did. I heard it was good. And it wasn't great, but there was a Bill and Ted's cartoon series, and I checked it out on YouTube.
Lame.
Yeah,
And they
very
had-
bad.
they had-
I've got a Bill. I've got
Very-
a
very
Ted
terrible.
figurine.
Okay, from the cartoon
Yeah,
show.
from the cartoon.
Was there
But
a little?
they had the real voice of Carlin, and
Really?
he was in a record shop, and he's briefed the boys on their mission for that episode, and they've gone off in the time machine. And then he's flicking through records, and he picks up a George Carlin record and goes, "This looks great."
Sick. There you go.
Did they introduce like a little mascot floaty? Was there
A
someone?
Gleep Gleep kind of
A
character,
Gleep
like,
Gleep.
a.k.a. Josie and the Pussycats in space.
Yeah.
Or, okay, and I'm thinking on the lines of Planet
Herculoids.
G-Force. G-Force. There was a bleep bleep in that as well, wasn't there?
No, that was
Didn't they have
the guy there was Keop, and he used to go.
And
Pretty
an
sure
orca.
that's what I said.
Orca.
No, but he was he was a human dude that was part of the team.
What? He just
One of
couldn't
5
speak.
acting as one. Keop, he was the smallest,
Oh, he was the
littlest
smallest one.
dude.
He was a kid, right?
He was a kid.
I have no idea what
And
you're talking
then-
about.
G-Force.
Nah, I always
Battle of the
turned off. I
Planets?
walked out of that.
No,
I hated
no
that
one
shit.
knows his Battle of the
What? You hated anime?
I did not like G-Force when
You
it
didn't
came
like
on
G-Force
Channel
with the-
2.
with the,
No.
you didn't like that?
No.
That was sick.
The
Every time
animation.
Was he old enough to see the
Oh,
first original, or did he see that
No,
whack remake?
he saw it as G-Force. We
Okay.
know it as Planet. What is
Also,
it? Battle of the
Astro
Planets,
Boy.
yeah.
As soon as Astro Boy came on, I walked out.
The original Astro
I
Boy.
Hated it.
Why?
Dr. Elephant, because he shot things out of his ass.
And the animation was cruddy to me as a child. I didn't like it.
Kimber the White Lion and Astro Boy original were
Kimber.
some of the best
Oh, dear.
fucking animation I saw. You reckon
Kimber?
it was cruddy?
Kimber.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Fuck, mate,
We're
I
gonna
know
have
the
to-
theme song.
Yeah.
Kimberladon is the 1,
one,
2,
two,
3, 4. Kimber.
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 When we get in trouble and we're in a fight.
Yeah.
Who's the one who just won Tendon Run?
Oh.
Isn't Kimber the
Who believes in doing good and doing right? Kimber the White
So
Lion
he's
is
a
the one.
He's a lion.
Kimber the
It's
White
like Lion
Lion
King.
rise with
Yeah,
nothing.
it's where they
He's
got the
saving the
Lion
day.
King from.
He's a saving the day kind of lion. In African situations like animals and stuff, or solving
He's a
crime
rare, he's a,
in
he's
New York.
a rare white lion, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but does he solve crime like New
No,
York
he's-
style,
no,
or is he
no,
like?
But his
chosen,
years in the circus have empowered him with trouble quelling abilities
Yeah.
that he becomes the new king of the jungle because he's been around.
But not
he's
humans. He
knowledge-
doesn't rule
knows-
humans.
No, he
No.
knows
Rules
about
animals.
humans and
Most
yeah.
humans are just hunters, and they're most of the humans were villains. But look, I understand you as guys not getting on board with Kimber. It was a bit kiddie, and
Yeah.
there was a lot to hate. But Astro Boy had some good shit in it. But
Yeah, that guy with the nose.
But you
the thing
honestly
with the nose.
thought
Astro
that
Boy
was
get it.
cruddy animation?
I was like, well,
For the time, I thought that was some of the best
Well,
animation
great.
we got.
Well, you'd
Dr.
watch,
Elephant.
you'd watch like
Daddy
Bugs. You'd watch
Good one.
Bugs or something like that, and it's like it's full on like proper colors and stuff. And then Astro Boy's it's like one shot for his face, expression face.
What about yeah? But
And
then,
he's like
Yeah, but it was
scratching
dubbed.
his
then
face.
you watch that. Then you watch Voltron. Then you watch Ulysses.
True.
Ulysses is pretty cruddy as well.
What?
That was crud.
Crud animation.
Ulysses.
All
through all the
galaxies.
I do remember
It
that.
did have a good theme song.
Ooh, we're reaching our mark.
Yeah, we're reaching
So,
our-
let's
I'm
do the
reaching my
rappy
mark.
rap Roo.
Hey,
Uh,
there's stuff to talk about at the end, but
There is. Well, why don't we start next time? We're going to start our podcast
At the end.
at the end.
Should we do
Okay,
that?
goodbye now, and
Let's
we'll
do
have
that.
Well, that's what you could do. You just record 45 minutes and then erase that first 45 minutes.
And say we're going now. We're going.
And that's what
It's
we'll
a
do.
15-minute
That's what we did with
podcast.
the first 3 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, squeeze them into one.
Hey, I listened back to the episode Dong Bath about the, having a bath in what was it, Vietnamese? currency?
Vietnamese currencies, the dong.
That was a very funny episode.
That's good. I like the dong
I,
bath
um,
episode.
It was quite good.
Yeah.
I think it was a personal highlight for me because I wasn't involved, but it was very funny.
Oh,
and
well,
someone's got to listen to these episodes. I mean,
Well, what's
this?
this?
This
This is episode
This is
16.
16.
episode
what are we gonna
16.
What do we talk
Where
about?
have we been?
No,
Where's the
we'll
keys?
call it,
Where the fuck are my keys?
I want my keys
Episode
in the
16. This is not a dream.
That's right.
Not a
Done.
dream. I'm Timmy Taco.
Jezbot.
I'm Roonie.
Go fuck yourself.
See you next time.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. The ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Who are you? One pod left. And 3 of us.
The escape pod. The escape pod.
What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape pods sounds really nice.
Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should go down. Goodbye.